Genji 2 is an action game which is based on Japanese history. Being based on history, the stages of the game will also be based on famous battles which actually took place in ancient Japan. So here's this giant enemy crab.
There's a big thing on the news today. Tell me, we just watched a little video showing what the future looks like for all gamers who have PCs that cost upwards of $4,000. Nobody else allowed.
I wish it was only 4,000.
Yeah, it sucks because I was watching a Papa Meat video earlier, and he's like, he's hawking Starforge PCs now, and I'm like, damn, or do people? That's like a rough thing to hawk to somebody who's not looking. Like, are you in the mood to drop $5-6 grand on a PC? Okay, but you might have to be for a DLSS 5. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the one.
Ooh, tell me all about it.
So NVIDIA teased their new DLSS 5 technology, which I'm sure you've probably seen as this it's really like a Snapchat filter. Like, let's be honest. Like, that's basically what it is.
Well, real quick, what is this? If you don't know anything about this, what are we talking about here?
So pretty much what this is it's a neural rendering model that takes the images made by the CPU when you're playing a video game and pretty much tries to create photorealistic. They turn her into like an Instagram model, like instantly.
I might be outing myself here a little bit, but it legit looks like a porn advertisement. Like, it's not looking pretty good.
Well, it's like, you know, this is supposed to add photorealistic lighting. Okay, why did it give her lipstick?
Gave her, like, enlarged her eyes. It like gave that, like, it feels like the frame rate got weird. I don't know. This is not. It makes the video game not look like a video game, and it enters this uncanny valley that is not appealing to look at.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gotten to the point where it's too realistic to the point where it's just kind of uncomfortable to watch. Like, it's kind of unsettling to watch these characters move when they look like this, especially because the way the lighting is kind of done. There's so much emphasis put on the characters themselves. Like, the lighting for them a lot of times does not match like the scenery that they're in or like where they should be standing. It's almost like they have like a spotlight on them, and it makes them feel almost cut out from the actual like background. Like, it feels very weird to look at.
It'll make all your games feel like a Neil Breen movie. I was kind of curious because we watched the 1 minute little presentation before we hopped in here. And like, there was movement, but I did notice that there wasn't any action really happening. So I'm I don't know if you saw anything that I haven't, but is this something we've seen in like action as in characters fighting or, you know, rolling around? Like, is that a thing yet? Has anybody seen that? Or is it just basically minor motion with, changes?
You see some gameplay. I haven't seen any action. It's just mostly people like walking around towns and stuff like that. Because they've done this for Elder Scrolls, the Oblivion remake. They've done this for Starfield. They've done this for Resident Evil. Or what was another one? Oh, my point is they've done it for multiple games as well. And there's gameplay. You can actually watch it in real time. But I haven't seen any like true action scenes. You're right.
Okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of running, but that's about it.
Yeah. But yeah, the point is to show like this technology is being developed. The other issue that some people are bringing up, because it's brought up a little bit, but you know, some people miss it, is that this tech demo is being run on 2 RTX 5090s. Which one is to just, you know, actually get the game going, like to play the game. And then the other is to actually apply DLSS 5 afterwards. So that's how they're achieving this effect.
Oh, cool. So you just need 2 really expensive computers and then you're good to go to play. Like, I don't know. This kind of made me have a thought, which I wasn't sure of, but like, how realistic do I want my games to look? Do I want them to kind of look like games always have, where you can tell, or do I want them to be hyper realistic? I don't know yet.
I think it depends on the game. Like that's kind of how it's always been, right? Because there's always been complaints about like Call of Duty and Battlefield, where people struggle now to see the characters, like the actual enemies, because everything is so detailed that it's hard to like make them out amongst everything that's happening. Like you can't, they're not visually distinct enough to actually see them anymore because everything.
I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking.
Yeah, exactly. So it really just depends on like what kind of game you're playing. Now, to be fair, like DLSS 5 is they did that just for this demo. It's supposed to only be able to run on a single graphics card as well. It's just the actual results that are achievable with only a single one, we don't know. But we do know that they are able to run it on a single card. We just don't know what it looks like. So, yeah, there's that.
Something tells me it's not very presentable if they didn't show it at all.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm sure they only just want to show the best of the best. That's why they have something as unrealistic as... Yeah, honestly, they thought it was the best of the best, but everyone hates this. Like, oh my gosh, people are not happy with what this is at all.
Because, I mean, the thing that's killing me is why they're calling it DLSS 5. When it's just more like it's like an AI version of their previous filters feature.
Yeah, it's almost like a Snapchat filter.
It legit looks like a Snapchat filter. like
Video already has like filters you can apply. They usually don't look very good, but they're there.
Yeah. So there's that. The other thing too, if you look at more of the gameplay that they've done this to, I think Elder Scrolls is like especially apparent. This effect like absolutely ruins the atmosphere that happens. Everything just looks completely different. The light that it creates is also like a very bright white, which for some games like it was not like they didn't intend for that to be, how it's supposed to be presented. So it just completely kind of ruins the artistic intent of what the scenes and the environment is supposed to look like. I think the most apparent example of this is they showed Assassin's Creed Shadows was another one, and they showed the before and after. The effect removes all the shadows in the game. Like you can't. Everything is so bright. There's no more shadows anymore. Like in any of the environment, which is kind of important if you're like a ninja. You kind of want that, and if the name of the game is Assassin's Creed Shadows. So, yeah. They've said... go ahead.
I was looking at this Elder Scrolls like you were talking about. The lighting is definitely the issue here. Like, the textures get updated, and that's nice. Although we're still fucking around with Elder Scrolls, by the way. Like,
this is
never
remake.
Gonna go away.
Remake.
It's all the same to me.
Yeah.
But it looks like all the characters look like the sun is like 10 feet above their face.
Yeah.
Everything's washed out, a little brighter.
It's like they all have that influencer ring light on them, like constantly.
It looks like everybody has a ring light. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm still, what was that? Is it Until Dawn where they remade it and that was like, we did it, guys, and it just sucked all the tension and horror out of it because it was just a brightly lit game everywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe this is like that. I don't know.
I don't know if you want to call it a saving grace or like whatever, but the thing about this to also keep in mind is this is going to be a tool that game developers will have because this effect was created specifically by NVIDIA. So the results are intended by NVIDIA, not by the game developer. So this is on purpose. It's supposed to look like this, apparently, which means that developers can tune this to make it look however they want. So these problems technically are avoidable because developers will apparently have control on what this does to their games. So that includes the color of light. They can even include masking to make sure that some things are not affected by the filter as well. So there are things that they can do to control exactly what happens with this. I just don't know, like, the question becomes like at what point do game devs try to use this technology like in scale? Because I feel like this is a lot of work that devs would have to do. And considering that this only works with RTX 50 cards, right? Which is definitely not the most common cards. The point of the technology is that it's a very simple and cheap way to create very, very good lighting. But if it only works for RTX 50 cards, and the point of the performance is that you cut back on all the heavy lighting techniques like ray trace and path trace and switch to this instead, what happens to everyone else who doesn't have an RTX 50 card? Or what happens to everyone else who's using an AMD card? What are they left with now? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And they're still paying full price for the game.
They're still paying full price for the game.
The other thing I want to see is them turning the filter on, turning it off, and turning it back on the same shot.
Oh, see if it still looks the same, or if it
it's
changes.
Not going to. Guarantee it.
Yeah. So,
and do you know if this has anything to do with the shadow library, quote unquote, lawsuits that's going on with NVIDIA?
Oh, that I don't know.
NVIDIA or NVIDIA?
NVIDIA.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll look into this. They're getting sued over some LLM using copyrighted works, which I feel like ties into this, but I'm not sure.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah, that's been a huge controversy, is everyone kind of like looking at this and just going, "Oh, that's gross. That looks pretty gross."
Yeah, I do, however, as much as I don't like what we're seeing here, this does make me think of Will Smith's Spaghetti, where like I can't remember who said it, but they basically, every time you see this kind of stuff with AI, it's at the time you're seeing it, it's the worst it's gonna look. Right? It's only going to get better. So that's not like a I love AI type thing. I'm just saying that the way technology moves, like this is a presentation. They're going to work it. It's good. They're going to smooth it out if it's cost effective in the long run. You know? Yeah.
I mean, this is slated to release in fall of this year. So it's, it's coming out very soon. Like this is a pretty significant technology, because no matter what you feel about it, like this is kind of a big deal. Because if you look at the Starfield presentation, like Starfield is not a ray trace or path trace game. It just uses, regular lighting. So for them to be able to achieve an effect similar to ray tracing, just cause like they could just turn it on and it works, that's insane. It's very similar to like the RTX mode that they've been doing for games and like the mods you can do, where you can simulate like ray tracing games that initially didn't allow it. This is kind of the next step towards it. So you are right. Like this is going to be a very important technology that they're going to improve upon and probably go all in on. That's probably why they, released this when they did. But again, it just becomes that question of, oh God, what is this? Well, I wonder what would happen if you turn this on for like old PlayStation 1 and 2 games. Like, I wonder what's gonna happen. But like, yeah,
exactly that.
Is this what everyone else is going to have, where like all your games look like PlayStation 2 era games for you that you pay $70 for because you don't have an RTX 5080, but everyone else gets to play like what it's actually supposed to look like? Like,
here's my question. Like, does this mean something for devs where they're just like, I don't really have to make my game look like anything. You can just flip a switch and bam, it looks as good as everything else. Can we just like not care anymore and just let AI do it?
The thing I'm thinking of is you're gonna have to start watching how much your electricity costs.
Oh yeah,
dude. Like it's like I'm gonna boot up my game. It costs me $2 a minute to play this game. As my fucking GPU cooks itself.
There's gonna be more 5090s set on fire from this. I can already see it.
Well, it sounds like they can't run it on one. Maybe that's the problem. But what happens if you boot it on the same card? It's the game that the game's running on. You turn on the filter and the game at the same time. The GPU just goes, "I'm out."
What might be funny too is like, what if you're playing your game and your card just starts hallucinating scenes? It just starts making stuff up. Character just transforms.
What does it
Like,
do
you
at
can't-
low frame rates?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, you start dropping frames, it starts hallucinating. It gets worse as it's dropping more frames.
I don't know. I'm kind of like, it's kind of hard and expensive to even get a 5090
Oh yeah.
with all the tariffs and whatnot. Like, it's so I will say that this, whatever it is optimistic. If nothing else.
Yeah, I don't know, because I'm curious to see, because like the other thing too is there are multiple game companies that signed off to allow their games to use this, and I imagine they're gonna be asking their devs to start using this in their games too. So you're gonna have, like, you know, Capcom especially, because they had a lot of their games go towards this. Bethesda did as well. Tencent, Ubisoft. Like, I'm curious what the next game is going to look like that uses this technology for RTX 50 users versus everyone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of my big worry about this.
I mean, it's so far, if I could play Monster Hunter and nobody else could.
Yep.
Like, that's where we were at for a little bit. And then I don't know, same with like Marvel Rivals. Like, until I was able to turn on the DLSS whatever with like the correct GPU, like, the game ran like trash.
Yeah.
I had to like jack that quality down on both of those games to make it even run properly, because the games are not going to be built for both. They're going to be built to use the one, and everybody else will just have to suffer.
Yeah. So I don't know. And it's very hard to get graphics cards, even hard to get RAM. Like, RAM is so expensive. I'm curious when, I don't even know what game would start using this first, to be honest, or when we would even see this actually implemented in like straight from development, I should say, like from development with this in mind, because it sounds like it's very easy to apply otherwise, because they were able to do this at the very least.
Well, that's why I brought up Monster Hunter, because that was the first game we were tripping on, because you're like, you need to have this fucking, what's it called,
Like frame gen.
Frame gen, yeah. You needed frame, and we're like, there's no way that like games are just gonna be like this now, and they kind of are. They're forcing it to just, this is how games are now. Too bad. You can afford it or you can't.
It's not even the first time Capcom did that. Writing was on the wall.
Yeah. Oh yeah, from Dogma too. Yeah.
Yep. I called it before the game even came out. I'm like, this is gonna be the exact same issue as Dragon's Dogma 2. That engine is not designed for open world.
That's I'm hoping that I wish I was better educated on how all these things work, but like, would there be game engines that function better with this than the RE engine? I would hope.
Oh, I'm sure there is one.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah. All right, cool. You got anything else on this, or are we good?
I think that's pretty much it for now. That's all I know.
All right. Well, then I guess we'll keep you updated. It's so ugly. We're just going to keep it at a short one just to keep everybody in the know with what we know. Man, if you have any questions or comments, leave them on the video or send us an email at giantenemycrabpod@gmail.com. I think I'll put out that other episode we have on Souls likes, so we'll be back for that. Other than that, leave a like. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Goodbye.
Why?